What is up, fellow bench warmers? Welcome to your daily fantasy quickie. What is up, guys? It's Judgment Day week. What week is it? 12, Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Start of week 13 tomorrow. My name is JJT with Komish Eric. And, if you haven't seen it yet, our schedule analyzer episode is already up since this morning. So you can check that out for your streaming plans and schedule. Komish, week 12. How was your week 12? Good, bad?
Very bad.
You had a 0-9.
Yeah, I had a 0-9. That's my first ever 0-9.
And it's not even a bad team because you were like third,
fourth. Yeah. I lost some close ones. The field goal, turnovers by 2, blocks by 3. Actually, I lost like 4 or 5 close categories there, but it's just how it is. That's the league where my opponent even reminded me that I was one roster spot down. And
that made a big difference though.
Yeah, that made a big difference. Actually, I don't know how that.
That's how good the team is of Komish.
No, actually,
yes,
actually, it's not that one good.
But if you think about it, you didn't have one player. You didn't have. You had an open roster spot. So
no, but
still, it was close.
He reminded it after day 1 though. So it didn't really matter that much. It mattered probably last week because I have not moved a lot in that league for a while, since last week, because I like all the players there, and I thought that I didn't have an open streaming spot. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that I had a streaming spot available. I just thought that I don't have any injured guys, so I don't have anybody to put in IL plus. So a blooper moment for me. But I guess my players just underperformed. Let's see. Let's just try to bounce back.
Just a mixed bag for me. Lots of 4-5 lost though, which is
like 4 or 5s. Me too.
So I think onwards to, but I already noticed a few leagues getting kind of out of reach. There's maybe 2 or 3 leagues wherein I'm 10th and I'm like 4 or 5 games, 6. The other one is I think 6, 7 games out of that playoff spot, and it's going to be tough for me to be able to come back from that. And for a manager who's not really the trading type, it's always tough. That's always tough.
I have 2 leagues. I have 2 leagues in our invitational and in one of our high school league.
Don't even start with the high school leagues. The high school leagues is just couldn't get it right.
I'm out also. I'm out. Invitationals, I'm out. Zion's out again. Paul George out. So I'm not even trying anymore. Just trying to get out of the bottom 2 there. Just been a bad season overall, and I'm just thinking that this trophy that Jeremy made, FBW.
Of course, we have an inside joke in the invitationals. Yeah. Whoever's name is in the trophy will not really make it far. Yeah. Not even last year. I was last. Right?
Yes.
With the Paul George Butler combination, and the trophy was named under me. The sample trophy.
Looks like there's a chance I'll be last this year, and the trophy is here with me. So I would throw the trophy away.
Can you show it here? Can you show it here? The trophy.
I would throw the trophy away if Jeremy ever makes another trophy. One
under your name.
With my name in
I think we always have to make it under the champion's name or whoever.
No, you just make it under a fictitious name or something, or maybe.
Alright, next time we'll make it some fictitious name on it. Because the curse of that trophy so far 2 out of 2 there.
Well, we can try. We can make maybe Joao or our Coach Sandy or whoever wants to volunteer. We can try to see if it really works.
Yeah. big day for injuries. Probably the biggest catch by the injury bug is Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Did he
Yeah.
play through it a few minutes?
Yes.
He did.
He did. He
Right.
played, I think, not a few minutes. He played maybe one or two plays, as far as I know, something like that. And then he asked out. The injury is very similar to last year. Last year it was January 16. I checked it when Bruce Brown hit him the same way, hit
Mm-hmm.
his knee, falling down. He was at the back, and then the knee hits him. He missed 21 games last year with that sprained MCL. I'm not saying he's gonna miss 21 games, but there's a chance he's gonna miss a lot of games.
Oh man, 21
Sprained MCL actually.
games.
Well, I'm just saying what happened last year. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen again
Yeah,
this year, but
worst
it's
case
very
scenario,
similar.
that's like 7 weeks.
Maybe 6 weeks. I think he came back just in time for the playoff, if you remember. Because it's the same week 13, week 12, yes. So around 6 or 7 weeks, so we're at week 18, 19. So maybe around the playoff time, I remember that. But a lot of managers were so irritated because they were out of it already by the time he came back, right? Because a huge part of the season was done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is annoying because best, my strongest team has KD as
KD.
its first pick, and
Well, some
not
things
looking
never
good.
change. Some things never change. I am always thinking that KD has so far been healthy this year. I was saying he looked good. He's number one and everything. This injury, you can't really do anything about it. I mean,
Yeah,
he was standing up, minding his own business, and someone fell onto his knee. So what can you do about that? You can't prevent that because you're playing, a contact sport.
yeah.
So it's just bad luck. It's just bad luck for KD. And now Kyrie should be his team. If you have Kyrie,
What
I
a
mean,
turnaround for Kyrie, right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, from
yeah,
being probably one of the more hated fantasy players in uh early this season, now slowly becoming a stud as we close into the playoffs. And now it will be his team.
his team, his team. It's gonna be his team. The difference is he has a coach that he believes in. That's Jack Vaughn, who's doing a good job.
Yeah.
The team is solid, even without KD. They're probably not gonna win 15 in a row, but they're gonna be decent. So it's gonna be perfect for Kyrie. And I remember we having our quickies and we're talking about should we drop Kyrie during that time when he was having that racial whatever
Yeah.
issues. And should you buy low? Should you do this? Should you do that? Will he ever play again for Brooklyn? To this point right now, where Brooklyn is now his team, it's gonna be all him. It's gonna carry the team. So
Yeah.
that's really funny how fantasy works sometimes.
The turnaround in that the you know how that evolved is really crazy, and I'm sure lots of managers were able to buy low on this guy because he was being
Yep.
sold low
Yes.
um
Yes.
early on. Kyrie and of course Ben Simmons would probably benefit, but I think off the wires, I think Royce O'Neal benefits a lot here. Plus
True.
the
Yeah.
early TJ Warren. I mean, I'm hoping Royce O'Neal gets to that early season run that he had. He had some good early season games that made him what, top 50, 60. Well, I don't think he'll end up there. Maybe top 80, top 90. That'll still be good.
Yeah. I think TJ will start. I think it's the cleanest transition from KD to TJ Warren. The scoring because they need a shooter because they have Ben Simmons and Nick Claxton starting already, both non-shooters. So I think with the height of TJ, I think TJ Warren will start. But remember, 2 games. Brooklyn only has 2 games next week. They have 3-day break. They don't have a game on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So maybe, time
Now,
your
if
ad.
well, that's going to be hard. I'm pretty sure
Well,
there's going to be some managers who's going to be adding TJ Warren and Royce O'Neal if they are available. I guess it's more of a positional thing wherever you are in the standings. Like if you're in the top four, maybe you could add those guys now if they're still available. But if you're like battling for that playoff spot, it's a tougher ad. Considering that they only have 2 games this week. Um, So yeah, it's play it by position, whatever your standing is currently in your league. Tyler Hero is the other guy, a non-contact knee injury.
Yeah.
This is sad because Tyler Hero's having a great season fantasy wise even. Um, well, non-contact really
Um,
nothing to complain about here. It's really just the luck, the bad luck there.
he looked like he slipped. I saw the
Yeah,
when
he
I saw
did.
the video, it looked like he slipped. But it didn't look good. I hope it's just a sprained ligament, also not a torn one. That's what our hope. And it's weird because Bam would probably be the next guy we talk about. They were giving a lot of updates about Bam during the press con. The coach, Bam, and everybody, even the Miami Heat reporters were giving a lot of updates about Bam, but nothing about Tyler Hero. So I don't know if they think it's really bad. That's why they don't want to
Well,
talk
that could
about
be
it
a
yet.
good
Or
thing.
maybe it's nothing.
Yeah, it could be
Or or
nothing.
maybe or maybe it's nothing. So I don't know. I don't know. But let's see. Let's see if what it is. Why they're not asking the questions about Tyler Hero. There was nothing about Tyler Hero during the press con after the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, hopefully it's just nothing. Bam Adebayo also got hurt. What's his injury? Hand, a hand injury. Well, the
Yeah.
good thing about hand injuries, it really depends on the severity, but usually some players can play through it. Unlike the knees, the Hero injury could be, few games out. The hand injury could be just the Tyler Hero injury could be a weeks out, but the hand injury could be a few days or games out. Hopefully it's nothing though.
According to Bam, he's been dealing with that hand problem. He's been dealing with the hand for a while. I think it got hit latter part of the game, so that it hurt more. So they had to get an X-ray. But good thing is there's no breaks, no nothing. He said it's a day-to-day thing. So probably misses one game or two games at most, hopefully. Right now, Miami, we can talk about Miami together with Hero possibly out, with Bam maybe out. They don't have Nikola Jovic. He's already
Yeah.
out. Caleb Martin hasn't played for a while. Um, I did not expect Vic Oladipo to have real good value this season, but
You
it
know what
seems like
that means? You know what
he
that
will.
means?
What what does?
Jimmy Butler, our favorite, might not
Yeah,
miss more games.
yeah.
Do you think
He
that would
should not
happen?
miss more games. He sh- he he should not miss more games. He has to because there's nobody else there. Kyle Lowry will also get back his early season, hopefully early season value. Remember, he was so good early season,
Yeah.
and then when everybody came
He
back,
took a rest. Remember, he
he
took
took a
a
rest.
rest. And then
So
suddenly everything's gone. All of those
yeah,
good vibes or good performances just evaporated for Kyle Lowry after that rest that they
he
gave him.
he should not be bored anymore. He should be back. Now they have to call his number again. So Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, as you said, definitely would benefit. But two players, two guys who I've still seen some waiver wires is Max Truss and Nicola Depot, and I've mentioned them in a lot of quickies already, in quick notes and everything. You just have to add them right now. Now, if Bam would miss one game or two games, I mentioned Orlando Robinson. So those are just streamers. But if you really want somebody more long term, Max Truss. Max definitely. Remember, Duncan Robinson is also out. He's
Yeah.
also injured.
I think Gabe
So
Vincent is also out.
he came back already. I think
Right.
Gabe came back already. But Max is the best ad there, and then Oladipo the second best. And
Uh,
that's how it should go.
and then Olynyk hurt again. He had a good
Ankle.
game today. So hopefully
Yeah.
this is a little minor, but biggest beneficiary there, of course, is Walker Kessler, who probably starts once again for Kelly
Yes.
Olynyk. Today he had 10, 11, and 6 blocks.
Yes.
Not 6 assists, 6 blocks.
6
Uh,
blocks.
so
Ah.
He shouldn't be on your waivers. There's really no one there on the waiver that would probably benefit from this. Plus,
I was just gonna ask if
Kelly
you
was
have any
just came back.
Kesslers.
I do. Unfortunately, the Kessler I have is currently 10th, and it's like 7 games away from the 8th spot. So
No, but if are there any Walker Kesslers in your waiver wire
no,
prior to
none,
today?
none.
Okay, because in my league there were some that were dropped because he struggled. He struggled for a
Yeah,
long time. He struggled for a long time. So I'm sure in some of your leagues he was there. He was there before today. So hopefully you were able to get him. He definitely will start. He should not drop him, whether he struggles or not. The blocks are just very, very juicy. That's the potential there, the upside there is just enough, to roster him. But
it's so
Vanderbilt and
hard. It's at this point, it's so hard to say not to drop him if he struggles because there will be teams
well,
who pick him up that are fighting for that playoff spot, and sometimes you
hmm,
really need to make hard decisions to survive.
true, true. Maybe trade. Maybe try to trade than drop. Because someone today asked me who he should drop between PJ Washington and Jalen McDaniels. Because he said he already had Terry Rozier or whatever. He had so many Charlotte players, so he was thinking of dropping one. So something like that. I said, do not drop them. Try to trade maybe even PJ Washington, who's probably the easier per player to trade. Trade him. Don't drop them just because you have so many Charlotte players. So Walker Kessler is similar. I mean, instead of dropping, maybe try to trade him. No, try something because this guy's a
Yeah,
value. It's not somebody like I don't know, Josh Richardson or whatever. That you just have to either drop him or play him. There's no other in between.
plus
So yeah,
Kessler, even if he struggles, he has name value,
somebody will get
which
him.
yeah, somebody
Yeah,
will definitely want to get him. Of course, for the price, you might not like if he's struggling, but if he is playing like this, he's gonna get really good value as a
yeah.
return.
I was
Um,
offered good deals with Walker. I have in one league. I was offered pretty good ones, but I just passed on them, but pretty decent offers. So Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt. I love Vanderbilt. I'm higher on him than most people. I know he struggled for a while, but I still see him as somebody I like really. The rebounds, the steals. Now with if Olynyk will miss a little time, it's gonna help him again.
yeah,
It will
the
help.
good thing is we've seen that before. We know what to expect.
Yes.
Before uh, this stint of Olynyk, he was also out a few games, so we know what to
Yeah.
expect. The biggest beneficiary, like we said, is Walker Kessler. So those are the string of injuries. Did I miss anyone? No, just four players. Those are the
None.
string of
None.
injuries.
Yeah.
Some players we want to talk about. Dame Lillard. Been asked if Dame is a sell high type of player. Is he someone that you right now just trade away?
Um.
Harden as well. Is he a
Yeah.
buy low type of player at this point or sell high? Because Harden hasn't really been a first round type of player so far. Even
Well.
right now he's been good because Embiid is out, but not that today. Today he was on track to put up a great fantasy line. I think first half he almost had the triple double already after the first half, and he ended up with a low end triple double, although it was kind of a blowout game. But still, right? You would want some nice, juicy James Harden stats there.
Yeah, I was surprised that when I wrote that I think you should sell James Harden, I got some messages about it. So I'm happy that people actually read what I write. Uh, they asked about Harden and getting Halley or Dame or those players, maybe even Lamelo at that range. I said I prefer all of those over Harden. I was surprised though that people think that you had to have Halliburton plus one for Harden because that's what they were asking me. Is that I said I think Halliburton is higher than Harden. I don't know if you agree with me on that. I think at this point Halliburton is.
Yeah.
I think you should, or do you think it's Harden over Halliburton? I was shocked that people thought that you had to have plus
No, I
one for
think
Halliburton.
it depends on who the plus one is, but I can see that. I can see Halliburton. Uh,
Plus one?
No. It's the other way around. I can see
Okay, okay.
Haliburton being a higher tiered player right now. I think Haliburton is what, second, third, fourth, top five, right?
Top in overall totals, he was top 5 overall. But
Yeah.
per game, I think he's a little lower than that. But yeah, I think people still find Harden's name value something. They treat it as something. They think Harden is still higher. And my worry about Harden, I know Embiid is out. We don't know how long. That's another scary injury, by the way, because it's a foot issue and we don't know what it is. They're not saying anything also. So he's gonna perform well, Harden. So, but my worry is, I just don't think he's gonna finish the season healthy.
Well,
And
yeah.
when if Embiid comes back, I don't think he's a first rounder. I don't think Harden is a first rounder. That's a
Yeah.
hot
He is
take,
not.
but
He's not. No, he is not. We've
right?
seen it before. We've seen it throughout the season. Hard if Embiid is there, Embiid scores what, 40, 50,
Yeah.
30 points. That takes away from Harden already. And then what,
Yes.
gets 10, 15, 16 rebounds, right? That's another takeaway from Harden. So the assists are going to be there. So that's probably where you can, benefit from him. But I think the way people see this is that a lot of things going on against, they think that Halliburton is a lower tier player because he's in Indiana. Um, and of course, the
Yeah.
name value of James Harden is a little bit higher. This is the first year Halliburton's name has really caught fire in the fantasy radar, right? But I don't think Indiana's tanking. I'm not. I don't think they are tanking this season. I think they're trying to get into that playoffs. I don't think they're gonna try to lose games. We've seen it. Halliburton play through
Yeah.
injuries just to win games. So I
That's
think
true.
Halliburton has an advantage there. Plus, he's younger. That's a big advantage as well. So if you can get, Halliburton plus one, I'll take that for James Harden, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The only thing that maybe is making me think about Harden, because the playoff schedule of Harden in our FBW leagues at least is good. So we're at that point already. Now that we have to think about
Lots of
that. So
questions
maybe
about
we'll
playoff schedules.
yes. I would be posting something soon. I will try to make it earlier. So I think people have been asking already. Maybe some just quick summary. But yeah, the Hali has maybe one game less than Harden, so it's not a big deal. Dame also maybe one or two games less, but Harden has a good one. But for me, if he's not gonna play in all of those, what's the point? I don't really see him being healthy. I don't know why, but I just feel like a hamstring or whatever will happen soon for James Harden.
Well, he
But so
missed some
Harden is
games
at 12 months.
already,
Dame is 9.
so maybe
Dame is 9.
he Harden missed some games already, so maybe he's reached his quota here.
Hopefully, hopefully.
Uh, so SGA is another stud that we've been talking about throughout the season. Still playing, still playing.
Still playing, yes.
I don't know
Still
how high can
playing.
you sell SGA at this point, or do you still sell him?
I won't sell him. I'll just who would you sell him for right now? I
That's
mean,
right.
KD's hurt, Embiid's hurt, Steph is I don't know. I don't know what
Harden.
Steph would. I'd rather go SGA even has a good playoff schedule. I mean, everything
He might
is
not be
it just
there.
feels
He might not be there by the time that.
yeah, that's true. I just said that about Harden. But if you're gonna ask me who better chance of playing in this playoffs, Harden or SGA, I would go SGA at this point. I would go SGA at this point. I think like everything's just working to his advantage. The Thunder are winning just enough already that I don't know if they can still tank at this point. So I don't know. I just feel like SGA. I'll keep him. I'll keep him at this point.
Yeah, plus you still have your
They
first
they're
rounder there. If you have SGA, you probably pick him what, fourth round, right? Third round at the earliest. That means you still have a
yeah
first rounder. unless your first rounder is underperforming or injured,
Here's the deal.
maybe like a Cat or a Steph right now, or an AD, then you probably aren't you're in a better position with SGA.
There are 4 or 5 teams that are really bad. Charlotte, Detroit, San Antonio, Houston. And they're already at 30 losses, almost. So, that's too far off already for OKC. So, I don't think they can tank enough to go to those levels already. So, I don't think they will tank. Unless SGA really gets gets hurt. I mean, real injury. Then he will probably be shut down. But if not, he's gonna play.
Isn't that going to be tougher? They're at that middle point wherein should we play him or should we not play him at this point?
No, but the point is, I think they won't have to lose a lot of games because they're not gonna reach those teams. They probably, like last year, they would probably rest him a while, play him in some games, rest him some games, maybe something like that. It's annoying. That will be annoying, but that's not catastrophic like the 2 seasons ago where they would just totally shut him down. I don't think that will happen. Maybe he'll miss games here and there, but the way he's playing right now, even if he misses one game a week or something, I think he's still gonna be very valuable to fantasy teams. So I think you can roll with SGA.
Yeah. So there. Those are some of our studs. Of course, lots of studs. Maybe we'll talk about them. Desmond Bain played well. Interesting to note whether he'll play tomorrow because it's a back-to-back. Gobert had another solid game.
Trending up.
Yeah. So hopefully this is it. Hopefully this is it for Gobert. Because my Gobert teams have been doing a little better now. I've been doing some 7-2s, some 6-3s in some leagues with Gobert. Yeah, and worry player DeJounte.
I'm a little worried with DeJounte.
So I traded my DeJounte in one league. The league that we're in, I'm 10th.
Who did you get?
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, that's a good deal. That's a good deal.
For who?
When did you get Anthony Edwards?
The other day, when he got injured.
Oh, that's perfect. I was actually a while ago.
The trade was offered to me. I accepted it, and then on the day I accepted it, he got injured. So I thought he's not gonna play today. So recently.
If you offer me that deal, I'll take that. Actually, a while ago, I was thinking already who to trade my DeJounte for because the 0-9 team I had was DeJounte. That was a DeJounte team, and I of course it stinks not to lose 0-9. So I just wanted to make some moves. I was already thinking who should I get for DeJounte, and I didn't think of Anthony Edwards at all because I don't think he would be, the owner would agree. I just think that DeJounte is a little lower already than Anthony.
I actually don't know why it was offered. It was just offered, and the same thinking as you. I was 10th, and I was thinking, it's a fair deal. It's a good deal. Not really a big downgrade, or it might be an upgrade. We don't know, but I was just thinking, maybe this is a move that may help my team because I had Dame there.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem I had is that the scoring is not enough. So I thought, if I take Anthony Edwards, at least I get more boost on the threes and the scoring, and that helps Dame's stat.
I actually looked at the playoff schedule because that's the only reason we offered that. And
so they might have a bad playoff schedule.
They have. Minnesota has a bad playoff.
But I wasn't thinking that far ahead already because
yeah. Well, it's up to you. It depends on really where you are. You can't think playoffs when you're 10th or 11th.
Yeah.
You might not even make the playoffs. But maybe that owner was thinking of it already that advanced because week 20 Minnesota only has 2 games. So that's a big deal. 2 versus 4 is even if DeJounte struggles, still better than just 2 games of Anthony Edwards, right? So
maybe.
That makes sense.
Maybe. But hopefully, I'll be able to make it at least to the playoff. Last thing for today, maybe some waiver ads. Aaron Nesmith.
Yeah.
I think should be added. I think he should be. I see him lying around waiver wires in a lot of leagues. But I think he's played good enough to at least be a short-term hold. Kyle Anderson, lower end, I guess.
No, for me, Kyle Anderson should be added in even 12-team leagues. I love Kyle Anderson.
I
So
know,
maybe
but
okay.
I'm low.
I mean, look at
I'm
what
not
he
as
did
high.
today. Look at
Yeah.
6-6-6-4-1. I mean, that's perfect Kyle Anderson line. And I know that he's not gonna do that every game, but he has the minutes. He already has the minutes. There's still no Carl Anthony Towns. He'll gonna get the steals, the assists. So I don't know. It's just with
Yeah,
so
for
many
someone
injuries,
for
it's
someone you
harder to find replacements.
yeah, for someone you pick off the waiver, that's a great line already.
Yeah,
For him. Kenrich Williams had a good game today, another good game, strong game. So this is the Kenrich Williams season that we talked about.
yeah.
So just add him and hold until he gets benched. That's how OKC does it. Alec Burks, I dropped one of my Alec Burks just because I needed some, streaming. I
It's
needed
okay.
a stream player.
It's okay.
But he was okay today. He was just okay.
He and Diallo were probably their only bench players left that they really play significant minutes. That's why I put them here because Duran is also hurt. So
Yeah.
if Duran will miss they have a good schedule this week. So just that's why I put them there. They're not really not players you'd be sad that you drop. But if you need some help and they're there, they're one of the better ones in deep leagues.
Yeah. And Landry Shamet and Dwayne Washington for Phoenix could be good streams without Devin Booker, now without Chris Paul.
DP3. Yeah.
No updates on when Chris Paul is coming back, but looks like it's gonna take some time. So those two guys could be good.
No.
Is there a timeline?
Don't say that. No, they said
I
day
think
to day.
he's gonna take some time. I think he's gonna
They
take
said
some
day to day.
time.
I mean, at least it's not week to week.
Day to
Week
day.
to weeks.
Even if it's weeks, they could always say day to day until it reaches weeks, right?
No, they won't say that. Don't be negative about Chris Paul.
Let's see. And Moses Brown.
Yes, just a monitor.
Clippers.
Yeah, monitor him. But he only got 9 minutes, got 8 points, 10 rebounds, double the past 2 games. So yeah, I don't know. Stranger things have happened. He might suddenly get to 15, 18, 20 minutes.
This is the
better
type
to
of
at least monitor him.
This is the type of stream wherein you add during the judgment day, wherein you need good field goal, some rebounding, won't hurt you as much. Yeah, just take a chance on a player like Moses Brown.
Yeah.
Right? Gives you maybe 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4 there, and then maybe 9 rebounds. So that's a solid contribution already for a streamer. So yeah, that's it for today's quickie. It's not really a short one, kind of a long one, but hope this helped and hope you enjoyed the discussion we had. Comment your thoughts on the comment section of our YouTube video. And as always, please subscribe, follow us on our socials, and all of the articles we have as well that's been written by Komish in our Facebook page. And with that, we'll see you guys again tomorrow for another Daily Fantasy Quickie. Bye, guys.